Hi, everybody. It's RM from Positive Fandom, and I just got back from Star Wars Celebration Day 1. Um, and I just wanted to do a video about it. I know most of you are already watching Kenobi right now. I have finished with episode 1 of Kenobi, and hopefully, those of you who are watching it are blown away by it the way that I was blown away by it and are probably about to continue on to episode 2. So I just wanted to talk about Star Wars Celebration, coming back. And hey, Tom Jr. Jackson, how are you, Tom Jr. Jackson? Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. The first thing I wanted to say about Star Wars Celebration this year was that I did take my mother with me to Star Wars Celebration, which was part of what I wanted to do. And I'm glad I did that. I also took Grogu with me for the first time, and there were a lot of Grogus there. Yes, Tom, I imagine everybody's already on episode 2, so that's coming up. Um, the other thing I wanted to say was that, getting to the center was relatively easy because we're staying close by. And in the morning, we were expecting to go to the first panel, the Lucasfilm panel. But unfortunately, when we got there, we were told that our seats were already given away to someone else. So we were very disappointed in that. And, so that was kind of like a bit of a bummer, but we ended up going to other panels during the day and other booths checking out different things. There were releases today. I didn't concentrate on any of the releases because I was interested in the panels today. So there was a lot that was out, 1 6 figures. All in all, it was a very good crowd, but it was not so packed that you couldn't walk through Star Wars Celebrations. So that made it easier for me to push my mother around, who was in a wheelchair there. And it was absolutely enjoyable event overall for me. I'm not quite sure what other people were expecting from the event, but I personally felt that it was a wonderful event that they did. There was a lot of excitement after that first Lucasfilm panel because Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen were in that panel, and of course, a lot of excitement about that. So, hey, Renz Tolentino, how are you, Renz? It's great to hear from you. I hope you are well, guys. You know Renz Tolentino. He's a great artist. So please do check out his work as well. Wonderful pieces in the Star Wars genre and other genres as well. So do check him out. And you can see from his avatar there, it's probably some of his artwork. So please do that. And, I ended up going to other panels, which was wonderful. The panels, I had to write it down because sometimes I'll forget where I went to. It doesn't mean that it was forgetful event, I assure you. But I do get excited when I go to these events. And a lot of times, the excitement from the day does distract me a little bit. What I was going to say is when I couldn't get into the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase, I ended up going to a panel called The Mythology of Star Wars Behind the Facts and the Fiction, which was excellent. And then I left that panel because I knew that I wanted to go to a very specific panel that I discussed with um, my very good friend, Catherine Cook, regarding a conversation with Ian McDermott. And that one was amazing. That was a wonderful panel. Hey, Zachariah 315, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. And thanks for checking out what's going on in regards to the first day at Star Wars Celebration. Um, that panel with Ian McDermott was amazing. He looks great. I think he's 78, I think, in his 70s. He's not missing a beat. Everybody wants to know when he's doing more work. And he is a charmer. He is very charming. And, he talked about how he developed the voice for Palps and, all the different aspects of it. And we had some great, green screen shots of McDermott with Hayden. And he talked about those experiences. And, he's not, at all upset. I think the last time that he did appear at a con, and I could be wrong on this, might have been 10 years ago, and he mentioned something about that. So it was wonderful to see him here, looking so great, and just being able to talk to him. As I said, he's such a charmer, and it really was a fun experience. My mother enjoyed it immensely. I hope we do see more of him there. He made a very interesting point about Palps definitely having a plan B. Nothing could really take him down. So I thought that was a very interesting approach to look at things, and somewhat of a hopeful approach as well. So that was absolutely thrilling to see him there today. And then I ended up going to another panel after that one. And the panel that I went to had something to do with fandom through the generations. And as you know, this channel is called Positive Fandom. Um, oh, Ricky B, I didn't know you were there. Wasn't it great, Ricky B? I just loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Ricky B, you were there. I had no idea. It was wonderful seeing him. He looked well. And I hope his health is great. He was obviously happy to be there and happy to see the fans there were so many gracious fans who went up and asked questions. And I was happy to see the reaction to him, with people who genuinely were saying how much they idolized and looked forward. Yes, we're grateful to him. Ricky B, did you ask any questions? Were you one of the people who went up and asked questions, Ricky B? Let me know. It would be interesting to see that as well. And, as you guys know, he plays Palps. I went as a Sith Jedi. I think you'd see my outfit. I have a top. It's actually a men's top that I saw. It was a great show. Okay, you didn't ask any questions. I didn't either, but I still enjoyed it. I went to the Disney shop yesterday and picked up this tunic that I'm wearing. It's like a Jedi tunic. And then I also picked up a shirt that's red at the top. It's got like this red markings on the top, and I thought it would look cool underneath the black tunic, and I think it worked out well. And I also got a belt, and then I was able to put Grogu right on the belt, so he was kind of like hanging there on the side of me, which was so much fun. I also picked up a tunic for my mother, so she was also Jedi, but she didn't wear a black tunic. She wore, like a beige color. So she's on the light side of the Force. I'm on the dark side of the Force because I'm a Sith. So, so it was a lot of fun. Ricky B says, I was way in the back. I wore my LA away team shirt. Oh, okay. Well, Ricky B, I was in the ADA section because my mother's in a wheelchair. And I was all the way in the front on the right-hand side. So regardless, Ian McDermott, he just was such a charmer, wasn't he? Guys, this was a fun panel to see him at. And it's great to catch somebody that way. I didn't get a chance to really buy as many autographs and meetups as I wanted to for a number of reasons. So since I had to forego that, being able to see Ian McDermott this way really was a treat for me and for my mother, who was disappointed that it was only an hour. But that's okay. So shortly after that panel ended at 4:00, my mother says, she was asking about the Kenobi premiere tonight. And I told her, I said, well, I don't know whether we could make it. And then I checked in with the organizers there who said that we could attend it. So we did. And, I have to say that I knew it was going to be great. I mean, I knew that earlier in the morning that Ewan and Hayden were going to appear today because it made sense to do that with the premiere. They wanted the premiere to be today. We saw Deborah Chow. There were so many people involved in the show who were there. The one person that I was very surprised who wasn't there was Moses Ingram, who plays an Inquisitor that's been getting a lot of attention recently. And but pretty much the rest of the cast seemed to be there. And the Inquisitors, as far as I'm concerned in the show, of course, in the beginning of the night, I guess it was around 7:00 when they started it, Ewan and Deborah Chow were on the stage talking about how hard they've worked and pretty much telling everybody how they appreciate the support of Star Wars. And I think that that's very interesting how gracious they were and happy that we were all so incredibly excited to be there. I mean, it was such an exciting event. There was just so much fun going on. And where I was sitting, once again, in the ADA section with my mother, Hayden Christensen walked in and, he walked right by me. So I tried to grab a picture of him, but he wasn't looking in my direction. But it was great to see him. He still looks great. So does Ewan. He still looks great. Rez Tolentino says, hi, I'm sorry, but I only know a few knowledge about Star Wars, but I appreciate the excitement from the community and I'm getting hyped with them too. Well, thank you, Renz. There is a lot of excitement in this. And I think that it's great for certain projects to go forward and have that excitement still with them because it encourages other businesses to get involved in fantasy and science fiction. Yes, I was in front of you, Ricky B. Oh, did you really think you saw me? Oh, that's something else. I told my daughter when we walked by you, that lady looks like someone from the PGS. So I guess it was you. It was definitely me. Was I with pushing my mother around? Did you see me with a lady wearing sort of a cream colored Jedi cloak? That was definitely me. It's so great that you saw me. I would have liked to have met you, Ricky B. If you're going tomorrow, let me know. MCP Scotty, hey RM, just saw your brief Kenobi review. Lots of reasons for excitement. Yes. I have to say that I knew Hayden and Ewan were going to be there. I knew that it was going to be that way, but I didn't know they were going to watch the episodes with us. And when we first started to enter the celebration hall, that's my mother. She's pressing her timer, so she knows what time it is. When we started to enter the celebration hall, it looked like a red carpet presentation. And I realized that this was going to be very interesting. Yes, awesome one. I'm sure there are people who have positive and negative reviews. I have absolutely no negative reviews of Obi-Wan whatsoever. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. um okay, excellent. I will look for you. I don't know how to distinguish you, but you know what I look like. I'll be wearing this again tomorrow. And so will my mother. We're going to wear the same outfit tomorrow because we kind of like this outfit so much. So, we're going to be enjoying ourselves. You'll see us. We're not going to be going to the opening panel because we didn't get passes for the opening panel, but you will see us around. Mom and I are kind of hard to miss, I guess, because, we're not as fast as everybody. But yes, I will look for you in your Jedi robes. And I saw so many people in Jedi robes. It was just absolutely amazing. Of course, Grogu, excellent. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Ricky B. Mom will be there as well. Grogu has his little robe on, his roby robes. And it was great. He was very well behaved. Um, and I think he enjoyed, I took him around all day with me. I think he enjoyed the excitement and everything as well, especially, well, I'm not going to get too much into the episode yet, but I did just want to kind of talk a little bit about the experience of celebration. And I do have and did have great expectations for celebration, and I think day one definitely met those expectations. And while it is true that not everybody can attend the panels or all the panels or even some of the panels, the one thing that I asked the organizers about was, can't you guys add some more I guess widescreen TV so people can watch stuff, even for the ones that are limited for people. So, kind of open up the field for everybody to go into. And I don't know whether they're going to do that or not, but it is a consideration. I just assumed that there would be screens everywhere where people could watch. So, it's not quite the case. Ricky B says, how did you know about the guests? We didn't see Ewan and Hayden. Oh, well, I suspected that they would be there because they're premiering, Obi-Wan, and they want to promote it very hard. So the best way to market that is to definitely make sure they're at Star Wars Celebration. Now, one thing that a lot of people have mentioned, Ricky B, is that they were surprised that, at least for as far as I know, that Hayden didn't have any autographs or meetup offerings in this particular celebration. And I know the ones for Uam sold out almost immediately. They were like in the maybe a couple hundred, somewhat in the higher price range. In November, at one of the cons, Hayden was had a meet and greet offer, and it was like I think it was $145. And if I had known that at the time that he was going to be so heavily featured in this series, I might have gone for it, but I didn't. So I think if Hayden appeared as well, or if he plans to and it gets added on, it would probably be in that price range. So I just suspected that that's what would be done, because it seemed to make sense that they would both appear. They're trying to promote the show, and they know that they want the OG fans to be on board and to enjoy the series. And you need to have those two stars behind it together as a team in order for it to work. So that's why I'm saying that I kind of knew that that was going to be the case. I just didn't know exactly when or how long. So, it was just so fantastic, Ricky. Um, and I understand, Awesome One, it is going to be positive and negative and reviews that probably in between there somewhere. For me, this show was a home run. I think it had so many no, I didn't see Harrison Ford. I saw Hayden and Ewan at the 7 p.m. premiere of Obi-Wan screening, episodes 1 and 2 at Celebration. So we saw it about a few hours earlier than everyone else, but we did get to watch it with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor and Deborah Chow and a bunch of the other cast and crew, including some of the Inquisitors. Um, it was just really amazing, and I was kinda surprised Moses Ingram could not make it, that she was not there for this. But that's okay, you know, people can make it when they can. Perhaps she's on location and she can't really leave the location to do that. So no, I didn't see anybody in the morning. I saw them at the 7 p.m. Showing of episodes 1 and 2 in Kenobi at Celebration. It was great to be in the Celebration Hall with everybody watching these episodes. It kind of felt fantastic because it's been so long since I've watched episodes like this with so many other people, a premiere with, you know, hundreds of people, maybe even a couple of thousand people in that celebration stage. So that also was very exciting to me. Um Oh, Ricky B says, "You didn't know about the premiere. We went back to our room at 7." Well, Ricky, did you attend the Lucasfilm, what is it called? The Lucasfilm Studio Showcase? If you did, when you attended it, they gave you, like a bracelet that showed you could go to, the, premiere at 7 o'clock. So, if you had it or if you had tickets for the Lucasfilm showcase in the morning, they would give you the guest pass to go at 7 p.m. And I suspected that that's what they were going to do, but I asked the organizers about it, and that's how I found out about it. So, Darth Plato, how are you tonight? I hope you are well, Darth Plato. So nice of you to join us tonight. Yeah, so it also in regards to how things are, it says, okay, that's why we missed it. Yeah, yeah. If you had to have attended or had been panel selected for the Lucasfilm studio showcase. And I had those. So that's why I was able to go to it at 7 p.m. So not everybody could get it. And I almost wondered, why didn't they just put a panel, you know, like a screen outside so everybody could just watch it on the outside? If you couldn't watch it inside with the stars, why not let, you know, the rest of everybody in Celebration who wants to stick around just be able to watch it from there, right where they have, perhaps right outside of the celebration stage where they have that eating area might be an ideal place where, you know, the exhibitor hall ends and the celebration stage area begins. Might have been so appropriate. I think people would have loved that even if they couldn't get in. So it's for consideration for sure. Um, and you know, it's funny because I was speaking to another person who was attending Celebration, and they had said a lot of people say that they don't want to attend on Thursdays because nothing much happens on Thursdays. Well, I have to tell you, everybody, this is probably the most incredible Thursday that I've ever had when it comes to a premiere ever. Um, I just I'm just so pleased as punch with this, and I think that they did a great job in trying to open it up to everyone. And also, they did a spectacular job with Kenobi. Now, this is going to be the non-spoiler review section, and I did have a right out of the premiere comments, maybe about an hour or so ago, that it was just so incredibly amazing. It was everything I hoped for. Ewan looks amazing in this, and you know he is front and center. uh, he also managed to create a lot of drama in his own character, which was very appealing. He still was charming. A lot did happen today, Ricky B, didn't it? A lot happened today. There was a bunch of exclusives that I personally did not partake in, but there were a lot of happy people on the floor. There were also some people who were complaining about, you know, the spillover of the Lucasfilm studio showcase into the other halls was packed, so a lot of people couldn't see them, and they were upset about that. But I think you could stream it, but I didn't bother to stream it. Um, but a lot did happen today, and a lot of these panels, from what I understand, were spectacular. As I said, I didn't go to all of them. I missed the Mandalorian Mercs. I would have liked to have seen that. And you know, looking at this, I realized that I'm not going to be able to attend everything that I want to, which is fine. It's okay. But I still need to pick up a lightsaber, and I haven't decided whether I'm going to pick up a red one or what kind I'm going to get. So it's something to think about, but I definitely want to pick up a lightsaber. And also because I was in the premiere for Kenobi, I think I missed the late night saber thing that they do outside, um, where everybody can kind of join in and enjoy themselves.
And say a few words.
Yes, yes, Mummy, and say a few words. Honestly, it's so that you can show your lightsabers, I'm assuming. I've never done it before, but I think that it's such a fantastic thing to do, to have. And there was nothing more fun than to be watching the Kenobi series and see everybody with their lightsabers illuminated. It really was fantastic. Even Ian McDermott noticed everybody. He says, "Oh, there aren't any red lightsabers," and then all of a sudden you just hear shoo, 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 and there were, it was a bunch of red lightsabers up in there. So he says, "Oh yes, yes, I he should have just guessed that there were certainly quite a few red lightsabers around." And we're seeing, this is actually a very good time for lightsabers. It's not that there was anything wrong before, it's just that in the past few years I've been seeing so many different varieties of lightsabers that are available to everyone, and seeing what's available out there, I've been very impressed with what people have. So, I'd have to think about what I would want. And of course, if I get one, my mother has to get one as well. So,
yes, please, thank you, and God bless you.
And God bless you too, Mom.
Please, thank you.
So she knows she's getting a lightsaber probably tomorrow. That might be on the list of things to do. Okay, Mom. Thank you. I'm still streaming. Yes, I'm still streaming. So shh. Okay, I love you. And Kinky Sphincter says, "Hey, the episodes were okay. A lot of parts cartoony." Okay, I'm assuming you saw both. And Acid for Blood. "Hey, hope you're having fun." I am having a fantastic time. Acid for Blood. I'm still riding the high from day one in Celebration. It was such a wonderful time. I got lucky because I found an outfit that is incredibly comfortable. My the other cosplay outfit that I have is hey, yes, Midnight's Edge After Dark. Hi, Tom. I'm assuming it's Tom or Andre. So they showed Kenobi at Celebration. Yes, they did. They did. And Ewan was there watching it with us, and so was Hayden and Deborah Chow and a bunch of the other cast and crew. They watched it with us. Hayden Christensen walked right by me. It was so incredible. I didn't even have my camera out. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't have my camera out, and I thought to myself, I turned to everybody around there and I said, "I'm not an amateur. You knew he was going to be walking around here." And yet I didn't have my camera, Paul in Long Beach has just finished watching the episodes and says that he enjoyed them. And yes, they did push it back for that reason. They wanted to promote it as much as they could, and I think they made the right choice. Please let us know what you think about it. I'm assuming it's Tom Connors, guys, everybody from Midnight's Edge. I hope you guys are all subscribed to Midnight's Edge. Absolutely subscribe to them. As you know, I'm on 2 shows with them, and they are a bunch of wonderful people there. So definitely subscribe. And I hope you enjoy it, Tom. I have a feeling you will. Now, Kinky Sphincter, I didn't get a chance to go ahead and look at the Hot Toys, but I'm going to look at them tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be about the lightsabers and the figures, I think. I'm definitely going to have to consider what I want to look at. From what I understand, people are just gushing over these chrome figures. You know something? Those pictures don't do it justice. I'm assuming that someone's going to review a chrome figure. But when are we going to get chrome figures again? Sometimes they have them, and it seems like it's few and far between, isn't it? So, hey, OG fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars. Hello. I hope you're well and having a great time at Celebration. I am having a great time. And thank you so much for stopping by, OG fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars. You know what? You will enjoy this first 2 episodes. If you have not watched them, OG fan, I have a feeling that they're going to feel very OG to you, because they certainly felt OG to me. And completely enjoyable. I just loved it. Tom Jr. Jackson is saying that this is a fantastic show. I have to agree with you, Tom. I really think that this is something that we've been waiting for. And I just loved it. Acid for Blood says, haven't seen Obi-Wan yet. They're yet to air it here in Australia, but I did see Top Gun Maverick and loved it. Well, Acid for Blood, that's another one on my list. I can't wait to see Top Gun Maverick. And I have to say, Tom Cruise certainly hasn't lost any pep in his step. He still is that amazing actor. Lorena Creole and I were talking about Tom Cruise today. Actually, I think we had a YouTube premiere of Tom Cruise and his career in our show, Toxic Male Appreciation. So please go to Lorena Creole's channel, check it out. Tom Cruise hasn't missed a beat, and I just enjoy when he does any kind of project. Okay. Oh, you did enjoy it. Excellent. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I just love it. OG Star Wars. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and especially since there have been some series that came out that we were not so happy with. Kiki Sphincter says, hi, Kiki Sphincter. There were a couple of parts I'm surprised they showed. You probably know the two parts. Top Gun Maverick was beautifully awesome movie. Now, I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick yet, gentlemen, but I plan on seeing it very soon. We were too tired. My mother and I were too tired to do anything else tonight, but we certainly are going to see it, if not tomorrow, the day after. So after we go to Celebration, we'll head out to the theater, dressed as we are, to see it. Thank you, Kiki Sphincter, for mentioning that. And Acid for Blood says, yeah, you'll love it. I'm so looking forward to this. For sure. I think it's going to be, such a wonderful way to see Tom Cruise. And so, in regards to Celebration as well, they have the way that this convention center is arranged. It's right near the Hilton and these other hotels, which is within walking distance. So a lot of fans can just walk from their hotel right to the convention center, which is great. I'm less than a mile and a half away from the convention center, so it's very easy for me to get to. And I was concerned this morning because before you had to go into the convention center, you had to show proof of vaccination. And I went yesterday to Will Call to pick up my tickets. When I went, I tried to pick up the vaccination thing for my mother, but they wouldn't allow it. She had to come in physically to do that. So that kind of delayed us a little bit into getting to the first stage. But we did it, and it was relatively painless, which was great. Oops, just one second, I dropped something. I spilled something, sorry. It was relatively painless, and I was glad that I, was able to do it that way. It certainly does feel like they're trying to stay organized and get things done. But they definitely have to do something about extra screens for people to watch things on. So that was something that I hope, if not, they can do it. I don't think they can do anything this year. Maybe they can. But all they would need are a few projectors, against some of these white walls in this convention center, and they can have a viewing there. So who knows, perhaps. Ricky B says, I've got to go. Hope to see you tomorrow. Absolutely, Ricky B. I don't think I can stay on long like I'd like to review these first two episodes, mainly because of how long I have been out today pushing my mother around in that wheelchair. It has not been a walk in the park with that. And, I just feel like I absolutely am exhausted, regarding everything here. So let me see here. That can't be right. I know I did more steps than that, but I was looking to see how many steps I did. And, this today was quite a few. So, it is what it is. It's great having my mother there, but I might go with a motorized wheelchair the next time. So I did just want to say that this has been a fantastic Star Wars Celebration day. I have seen a lot of people with Grogu's around. His presence is known. But I also think that if I go onto the floor tomorrow, I kind of was hoping that our groups, who are Mamalorians and Dadalorians, who like Baby Yoda, could have a booth there and have that representation too for Grogu. So I was kind of hoping, to kind of in search of Grogu, so to speak. But I kind of like what they did in regards to making it exciting for Kenobi, making it exciting for us to see this. And it certainly did feel like it was a red carpet. There was a red carpet behind us where, you could kind of take photos and where the stars were coming out. And technically speaking, anybody who attended it could just stand there and watch, the stars come through. So I really like that they did that. It was kind of like a red carpet hall. And I show you on my phone, you can kind of see the reflection from it. But it was a really nice red carpet event, and people were enjoying it so much. Here's another one you can see where they have it set up. It really was done so nicely. I was just kind of enjoying myself there, everybody. Um, and it really was. Oh, here's just more video. I didn't post everything, but just to show you how much fun it was and how amazing it looked while I was there. I almost couldn't even believe it because there's mom and how amazing it was. Once I realized that that we were going to have this type of an event at Star Wars Celebration. And I'm sure, for those of you who have attended before, this is my first one, but for those of you who have attended before, that's probably not a surprise to you. Tom Jr. Jackson is asking me if I want to talk about the show. I certainly do want to talk about the show. But I don't think I can stay on for more than 30 minutes to talk about the show tonight. Only because I am so tired. Thank you, Renz Tolentino. He says, enjoy RM and may the force be with everybody. Yes. May the force be with everyone. And Tom, I'm going to send you the link in a few seconds. Yes, may this force be with everyone. I hope everybody out there is doing great tonight and has enjoyed their day. Jared Snyder says he loves my enthusiasm. Well, thank you so much, Jared. I certainly do appreciate that. And Tom, I'm going to start a new stream that's going to be straight up spoiler in a few minutes, probably in 5 or 10 minutes. That's going to be straight up spoiler because this one, this one was just sort of like a recap of how my day was at Celebration. So I'm certainly going to restart a new link and it's going to be a spoiler review, but I don't want to be on there for too much. Yeah. Ask for blood, put up your feet and recover for another fun packed day too. It's already 10:33 and I'm thinking I don't want to go past 12 midnight tonight. So TK592. Hello, TK592. Says only set 1 hour to go up at 6 a.m. at Celebration. Okay. Luckily, I live close, so I got to nap in the afternoon. Off to Disney for special merch. Well, TK592, I see what you're talking about. Well, you know what? That's very interesting. Okay. I'm glad you live close. And off to Disney in the morning for special merch. It sounds like you're going to have a great time, TK592. And you've already got all this planned out, don't you? Tom Jr. Jackson says, no problem. Well, thank you, Tom. Junior Jackson, we are all goof people, as you know. Kiki Spinkter says, positive fandom, relax and soak those feet a long weekend ahead of you. Give Rob an extra big hug for me. I will. With an event like this, my concern is, of course, I'm going to want to stay at Celebration as much as possible. And, last week there was the award ceremony, which I was at, called Event This, that Chris Gorg gave. His ceremony for Film Threat is for independent films. And I was at the ceremony. And Rob's movie, Tango Shalom, did win for Best Comedy. It was nominated in another category that I cannot remember just now. And that was a great event, but we didn't do our Midnight Musings show. And this week, it's going to be difficult to do a Midnight Musings, knowing very well how much we're enjoying Celebration. So, it's just one of those situations where I don't know how things are going to work out this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen in regards to just streaming in general for me, but I knew I wanted to do a live to tell you guys that, this Celebration is back. I especially want to send out a shout out to my friend Catherine Cook, who couldn't be here for this one, but has done so much work with me regarding Star Wars expectations for and reviewed so many shows with me, and just generally has made, talking Star Wars, I said Star Trek, right? Has done a lot of Star Wars shows with me, and just has made things so enjoyable. So, Catherine, if you're out there, you are on my mind, and I kind of miss that you're not here for this one. Um, yeah, I just wanted to say this celebration day has been amazing. It flew by very fast. My mother enjoyed herself. She doesn't always enjoy herself, so this was a good thing for her. She's actually asleep right now. It's gonna be hard to talk with her sleeping there. But guys, thank you so much for your support. I think they did a great job with celebration. This time, the weather was perfect. The crowds were great. This was an exciting day to see Kenobi. And I'm going to wrap up this Star Wars Celebration recap of day one, which was absolutely spectacular. I certainly am going home. I'm home, but I certainly came home with a smile on my face. If you guys get a chance to go to Celebration, definitely do. Even just one day is enough. And Tom Jr. Jackson says, be sure to click that like button, folks, subscribe, and ring the notification bell too. Absolutely, guys. In regards to Positive Fandom and for me, RM, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm going to do another stream in about 10 minutes. Tom Jr. Jackson's going to be on it with me. Marco's Blind Gaming. Hey, hello all. I may the force be with you. Only got 5 minutes, I'm afraid. I'll catch up later. Just so excited for Obi-Wan. Disney, please don't duck this up. Mark, they didn't. So this is the non-spoiler. Mark, they didn't. You will be happy with it. I was extremely happy with it. I'm so excited for you guys to see this show of Obi-Wan. Just such a wonderful time to be a Star Wars fan, guys. May the force be with you. Yes, as Cam Crush Courses, Chris Gore's award. This was fantastic. Art and have fun. Yes. It really was. Thank you so much, Cam Can's Crash Courses. Cam Cam's Crash Courses. Thank you. I so appreciate that. And Kiki Speaker says, cool, I'll get a drink, use the bathroom, and want to hear what you think. And absolutely gonna go into it soon, Kinky Sphincter, in a few minutes. Mark Goes Blind Gaming says, so glad you're having a great time in celebration. I'm a little jealous. Haha. Well, thank you, Mark Goes Blind Gaming. Thank you for your support, and thank you for everybody in the chat who turned out to say hello tonight. I hope you all are well out there. And just remember, I view us as a community and as a family. I know we're going to have differing opinions. That's what this is all about, just to listen to hear what you guys have to say. And thank you for listening to what I have to say. Celebration is a success to me, day one, as well as Kenobi episodes 1 and 2. I hope you all out there are doing well, and I will be speaking to you in the next 10 minutes. I'm going to start my spoiler review of Kenobi episodes 1 and 2 in about 10 minutes. Hope to see you guys there soon. Everybody, including Acid for Blood, take care, everybody, and always remember to please be kind. Bye, everybody.